received an email from Janice Clier. Hi Janice. And she was saying that her daughter has asked her to make a couple of garments for work and perhaps pyjamas. And she says she's a completely different measurement to Janice. So basically she remembered that I had done a vlog on Lekala patterns where you could do a sloper for your body. And she wanted to know if I could refer to that video. I can do that, it's up there. But Lekala has improved even further, and I wanted to take you to see what they can do, because they have a section called Sewist.com, that's www.sewist.com, where you can actually create a sloper and you can create other patterns to fit, you can do your own designs measuring to your own figure. I have just created two dresses. I do like the Vogue 8577 a lot. And I've made two of them, but the thought of making a third one, much as I would love to, I kept thinking, oh, this is really daunting, because it's a lovely pattern, but there just seems to be something about it too gathered here, too much fuss. And so I wanted to have something very similar to that, and I decided to create my own. I went to Sewist.com and I created a full circle skirt. And from that full circle skirt to go onto the top, I made a V top with a button opening down to the waist. The Sewist site gives you that opportunity to modify and change. I can also do a shirt top, so I've got the collar to go on it. So that would still be the same, a different top, but the same skirt. I did them with long sleeves, 3/4 length sleeves, generally my favourite length. And you could do it without sleeves, you can do it with sleeves, you could do whatever you like. The new website is really good because it shows you ways that you can adapt the pattern to different styles. So let me take you along. I'm going to take you to www.sewist.com and watch what we can do. And we go to design now. I'm going to make a dress. I'm going to make a semi-fitted dress. I'm going to make a T-length. I'm going to have that one. And I'm going to have, let's have, now which one should I go for? Let's have a horseshoe heart neckline. Then, do I want a front closure? No front closure. And do I want a waist seam? Yes, I do. Do I want a skirt? Well, if I'm going to have a waist seam, I've got to have a skirt. So I'm going to go for the semicircular skirt, just because I like semicircular. Then this is the option for the darts on the bodice. So front dart designs. So the first one, the one I'm used to is this one. Front armhole and waist darts. I also do those, the one I'm used to is this one. So I'm going to go for this one. The back darts, you could have that. What it's talking about are the darts here, because those are waist darts. I'm going to go for this one. And then the waist dart, I'm going to go for, well, they're all very similar, to be honest. But let's go for that one. And then I'm going to go for the sleeves, which is here, and a 7/8 inch sleeve. So here's my design being put together for me. And that's what it's designed. So now I can see what it looks like in a certain colour. I can see what it looks like in a certain fabric. Obviously we won't have exactly that fabric, but let's go. It just gives you an idea what it's going to look like. Let's do a pink there. That looks quite nice. This is a very trendy one. And from there, if I go to a check design, say that, plain, some people like to have plain, or a lilac, that's what it would look like with lilac. Let's give it a pale blue. That would be quite nice. So that's the design. Now I'm going to enter the measurements. Now you can either opt for this one, where the measurements are already chosen, to a set of sizes, and if you click the sizes, it goes up to a 52-inch bust, a 46.5-inch waist, and a 53.5-inch hip. Or if I close that by going back with the back arrow, if I go there, I can enter my own measurements, and you can choose between centimeters and inches. So you can put your inches in. Do you want seam allowances, yes or no? And what size paper do you want to print it out onto? Now that pattern is costing me $2.45, which I think is very reasonable. And what I can do is I can create another top for $2. You'll be charged at that price for whatever shape you go. Next time I could just do the top, and that top will fit onto that skirt. So I have entered my own measurements. So what you would do is you will enter your height, your bust, your under bust, your waist, your hip, your full hip. And the full hip is the measurement that your belly sticks out. You draw a line down there and you hold the roller out, and that shows them what the full hip is, because that's your hip there, but your full hip is basically, that's how much room it's going to need. And then you can enter, you can choose whether you want some ease on it or not. If you will have some ease, but if you want a little bit more ease, you can choose to add some ease to it. And then once you've got that and you've decided what paper you want to print it out on, you can get a free preview, which is basically the picture that you had there. And you can also see the instructions. The instructions are in English, and Lekala and Sewist are getting much better with their instructions. They don't tell you how much fabric you need, but what they are starting to do is they're starting to do drawings to show you how you should be adding the pieces to it. Not necessarily, that doesn't necessarily match personally the pattern, because there's no pattern on there that's the same as that, but they are getting there, and slowly but surely. So I would say this is helpful for an intermediate sewer. So you've got an idea of what the sewing pattern is going to be like. You've got your technical drawing, and then you can go back and order your pattern. You click there to buy, and you can pay for it. I think you can pay by card or through PayPal. So that is where you go for making that pattern. Now I'm going to quickly show you some other patterns that I could make from this, so you can get some idea of what you can do. So I'm going to change my selection completely and go to here, start over. And this time I'm going to go for another dress. Should I go for a dress? Let's try a top. And I want it to be oversized. I want it to be below the hip. I want regular armholes. I'm going to have a shirt. Let's have a shirt opening. So I want a V-neck, medium wide V neckline, and I'm going to have a jacket style collar. I don't want a hem with rounded edges, and I want no waist seam. I want a straight hem. I want my darts, those there, clicking through to all the usual things. I might give myself 3/8 of an inch sleeve. So let's see what that puts together. And it creates rather like a hairdresser's type of shirt, doesn't it? It's what hairdressers sometimes wear, or beauticians. They often wear things like that, where it's a shirt. So let's also go to, say, the one that I'm wearing. Let's start again. Change your selection. I'm going to start again. I'm going to go for the oversized fit. I'm going to go below hip length again. I'm going to go for a raglan sleeve. Let's have a raglan sleeve. And for the collar, I think I might have a high neck collar. What about a pole? Do they have a polo neck collar? Let's try a jewel neckline, whatever that is. And what type of collar do I want there? Well, let's try a mandarin collar. So a mandarin collar. Do I want a front closure? yeah, let's, should I have a front? No, I won't have a front closure. No front closure. I'm going to have a semi-raglan sleeve. And I'm going to have, let's make it a straight top. And let's not have any, let's have just the French darts. And let's have, oh, let's have a bell sleeve. So what does that look like? There we go. We've got a mandarin type collar, a mandarin type top. Let's give it a bit of colour. Well, it won't let me do it. Sometimes you do have flaws there. You can add different colours to it. Isn't that nice? That's rather nice. Quite like that as well. Mandarin style collar. Or you can have stars. Oh, psychedelic. Very nice. All different kinds that you can do there. You could also go back to your colour and just choose lime, a lime green, mint green. Will it go? It won't go. For some reason it won't go. So that's another one you can do. So you can design whatever you like. The other one I want to try is to start all over again. So I'm going to go home and I want to try design now. I want to try pants. This is a new one they've done, so I don't know if it'll work. I don't know what it'll look like. So let me try tapered pants. How long do I want my tapered pants to go down to? Probably for me again, T-length. Do I want a belt with a front zipper? No belt front zipper. No belt. I don't like a side zipper because I can't get my arms around. I don't like a back zipper. I think I'll have a straight belt with a front zipper. Do I want pockets or inseam pockets? I don't like pockets on the outside. It hasn't got to the stage of doing the jeans pocket. So let's go for this one, inseam pocket. And this is designing it for me. And there's my trousers. I then have to enter my measurements into there. And hopefully that should produce some nice trousers. So I'm going to continue. And I'm going to get this to my measurement and I'm going to create some trousers and see what they look like. So watch this space because you'll see that next time. Let's see what it looks like when I colour it. Oh, snazzy ones. And I have just the fabric for that. So I'm going to stop there and I'm going to make my trousers. So I hope you've enjoyed watching that and you've got some idea on how you use the Lekala, how you get the Lekala patterns. They do, well, I've never had, as I say, I haven't had to do as much modification with those patterns as I have with the big four. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go and process that, the trousers. The one thing that I haven't checked is, does it ask for any measurements like the crotch measurements or anything? So it might not be as good as I expect it to be, but I'm going to give you some feedback later on about it. So until then, I thought it was raining, but it was just a plane taking off. So I'm going to love you and leave you and catch you next time.